What can we as West Ham fans expect from the possible signing of Kurt Zouma? We're going to be talking about what he can bring to West Ham, but it does look like that we are in the finer details of this transfer deal. Now, let's get into my personal opinion on this deal. I think this is a fantastic signing for West Ham. When you look at the starting 11 of West Ham, we've always spoken about that our first 11 is very, very good, and David Moyes has alluded to the fact that he only wants to bring players in that are going to complement the team spirit that the current team has got, and also, are they better than what they've got? Can that player come in and demote that current first team player to the bench? And when you're thinking of Zouma, you're thinking he's got pace. He offers West Ham a little bit of tactical flexibility, and we're going to be talking about that. Firstly, regarding he can play in a back three and a back five. We know Moyes, he's done it throughout pre-season and games last season. Certain opposition, he may go with a four at the back, and he might go with the five at the back. And I think Zouma, who was comfortable playing in both, he played with Frank Lampard, in a four at the back, and when Frank Lampard used to adapt the system to certain teams, I remember Tottenham away, I think when Williams scored two goals, he played a five at the back. He's comfortable in playing with both, and I think maybe Moyes has looked at this transfer target in Zouma thinking, you know what, Zouma can play five at the back, he could play in a four at the back defence, so he gives us that extra option in defence in terms of the tactical flexibility. Now, in terms of West Ham, what he also brings West Ham is pace. We haven't really got a centre-half, or we haven't had a centre-half for ages who can sort of make those recovery tackles when balls are played into the channel. We ain't really had that centre-back who can run after the ball, be first to the ball and make those tackles. And if you sort of look at a compilation of Zouma's time in the Premier League, at Everton, at Chelsea, you look at the amount of times where a player's through one-on-one, but he's got the pace to recover and win the tackle. And the one that sort of springs to my mind is Crystal Palace away. I can't remember, it might have been Zaha through one-on-one, but he comes rushing and he makes a fantastic sliding tackle. And having that pace allows West Ham, to maybe against the teams that we should be beating at home to Norwich, the teams we're a very good footballing side now, which was proven against Leicester. We can maybe compress space. Maybe we can be a little bit riskier out of possession in terms of instead of sitting deep and maybe letting teams come onto us and being quick in transitions against the teams that we should be beating at home comfortably, like the Norwiches, like the Watfords. Can we compress space? Can we be 5 or 10 yards higher up the pitch? But you can only really do that if you've got pace in behind, that if a ball does go into the channel or over the top, you've got a centre-half that can maybe make that recovery tackle and sweep that ball up. And I think Kurt Zouma is a great signing. Now, in terms of, obviously, attacking the ball, I think Sky Sports put out sort of a little image, in comparison to the current West Ham centre-backs. I think they compared, obviously, Ogbonna, Diop and Dawson. And I think if you look at the comparisons from West Ham centre-backs to Kurt Zouma, what he's going to bring to us in the air is only going to add to what we've currently got. When you think of corners, Leicester struggled on Monday in terms of set piece. They've got some big players in that defence. They've got Soyuncu, players like that who can get on the end of crosses to divert danger. However, you think of Dawson, you think of Souček, Antonio, all these players that can get in the box, win a header. If Zouma comes into this side, he scored 5 goals, a couple more goals than any other West Ham defender last season in terms of attacking the ball from set pieces. This is another sort of weapon for West Ham that we can exploit from set pieces, because Leicester really struggled against us. So in general, I think the fee is going to be around about £23 million. It's not done as far as I'm aware. I'm recording this on Wednesday morning at 10 to 1. So as right now, I think there's some little issues in terms of, maybe personal terms or agent fees as per usual, which, similar to what happened to Milenkovic. So this deal at the moment looks like far from being done. But this is a very good signing. Where, as I said, when you looked at that starting 11, there's only maybe 1 or 2 positions where you could be like, right, we could really strengthen our starting 11. It was more, right, can we bring in players that are back up to Antonio? Because realistically, are we going to get a better striker than Antonio? Maybe not. We need to find a striker who maybe can push Antonio that little bit further, then obviously rotate with Antonio, maybe Europa League games, League Cup games, FA Cup games, but also still giving that extra bit of quality. I think centre-back was the main one, with obviously an aging Ogbonna, Dawson 31, Diop, he's at that age where he's a little bit complacent. He isn't, maturity in terms of a centre-back. He hasn't got that maturity. And I think when you look at centre-backs in terms of like maybe Van Dijk, and I'm not comparing it to Van Dijk. A lot of defenders don't, you know, sort of get that big move until they're 27, 20, 28 years of age. When they sort of got mature, they know where to position themselves in order to give them the best possible chance of intercepting or winning a header or making a tackle. And I think centre-back was the main issue in terms of we can improve that in our starting 11. I think if Zouma gets through the door, I think we've done exactly that. Guys, I am back making videos now. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll catch you next time. See you later.